Hi guys, I just wanted to share with you today just kind of an organic video. So we're just gonna sit here, we're gonna have a chat. Today is actually my birthday, so I am turning 38, and I just wanted to share with you guys some things that I've learned over the last 38 years. So let's get started. One look and I breathe. One touch feels skin deep. A picture perfect, underserving. Ooh, ooh. And I'm gonna be there to guide you. Hi guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Like I said in the intro, it is my birthday today, and I was getting ready for the day this morning, and I was doing my makeup, and I'm noticing like little changes as I'm getting older, right? Um, some coloring happening in the hair, a little salt and pepper sprinkle going. um, some lines right in here. I've noticed my eyes are a little more set in than they used to be. Just some signs of aging happening. Okay. And it got me thinking about, at first I was really upset. I'm going, oh my God, I'm getting so old. I'm 38. That's practically 40. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. um, but then I started thinking about all of the things that I've learned over the last 38 years and all of the, you know, life lessons that I've experienced. And so then that internal conversation became something I'm actually really proud of. And the thing that kept coming to me was this tiger has earned her stripes. Okay? So I'm looking at these signs of aging and I'm realizing those are my stripes. Those are what I've earned through my life experiences. So I just wanted to sit down with you guys. I created quite the list of 38 things that I feel I've learned over the past 38 years. And I just wanted to share it with you guys today. And just kind of put it out there. Honestly, I think I'm recording this more so that I can look back maybe next year when I'm going, God, I'm old. I'm almost 40. Oh my God. And be like, no, no, no. You earn those stripes. So let's just get into it. All right, 38 things I've learned in 38 years. Number one, you don't have to know what you want to be when you grow up. So I don't know how much you guys know about my story, but it has literally taken me 37, 38 years to figure out what I want to be when I grow up. Over the past, we'll say 20 years since I've been out of high school, I've gone to college 3 times. I've tried multiple different jobs, couple of different business adventures along the way, just trying to figure out what it was I wanted in life. And it finally, just in the last year, has really clicked on what I want to do when I grow up. And I've been finally able to mesh the things I love the most in together in a way that feels productive, feels exciting to me. I get up every day and I love going to work. I love doing what I'm doing. I love sharing about what I'm doing. And so when I was a little kid, running a wellness website and running a business, all of that never seemed like a thing that I could do. It was a thing I was interested in, but it was never like the goal. At one point, I was going to be a lawyer, I was going to be a doctor, I was going to be a social worker, I was going to be a nurse. There's so many things I was going to be, but none of them ever felt right. I finally found what feels right, and it's just the most incredible, exhilarating feeling that I've ever felt in my entire life. I get excited to get up and work every day. I get excited to share what I'm doing with others. And so when you're younger, when you're a kid, when you're a young adult, when you're searching for what you want to be when you grow up, just know you've got some time there. You don't have to decide right now. And you can decide right now, and then you can change your mind. That's okay too. So that's the number one, or the first thing I should say that I want to share with you guys is it's okay to not know what you want to be when you grow up. The second thing I want to share with you is find your tribe. Okay? Family isn't always blood. Sometimes is those people that we've found in our life who complete our life. So I'm going to share with you guys right now a picture of my tribe. These ladies have been everything to me. They are so supportive. They are so wonderful. I can be authentically me in front of them, and they do not give a crap. They're going to make fun of me, relentlessly make fun of me. But it's all in good fun. I know they don't mean it, to be mean. They're there for me. They love and they support me in all of my crazy and all of my wild ideas, even when I make us get all dressed up on Halloween and go take pictures in the cemetery. Even when I'm like, let's go to this concert or let's go to this. A lot of them are very introverted or don't really love big social events, but they do it. They jump right in. It's like, woo, let's do it. So they are my tribe, and they've really become family to me. They're my sisters. And having that amount of love and support is just so incredible. And it took, 34 years maybe to find that. So know that if you don't have your tribe right now, you will eventually find it. And once you find it, never ever let those people go. Right? Number 3 is travel every chance you get. Explore new places without having a plan. I'm a big planner, obviously. I have to write out my videos. But I'm a big planner. I love to have a plan. Our family has done lots of vacations where we have every moment planned out. We've also done some organic vacations where it's just been we show it up at a place and we just do whatever we find. And one that we did recently with my daughter and my best friend and my daughter's other best friend and my best friend's daughter. So it was basically me, my best friend, and my daughter and her 2 best friends. We all went to Milwaukee. And yeah, we sort of had a plan for what we were going to do some of the days. We were going to a couple of concerts. We were going to check out a couple of places. But then we had a couple of days where it was just very just get up in the morning, sit and have coffee for a while, and then get out and go and explore the city. And those are the best trips. That trip to Milwaukee was seriously one of my top 10 trips. It was so much fun because it wasn't every moment of every day planned out. It was just having fun with people we care about. All right, so number 4, you truly only get one life. It's not about work. This is something, as someone who was very into their career, very into building a career, I felt like my worth was tied to my career. And it took me so many years to understand that life's not about work. Honestly, it took me watching so many of my family members work until literally the day they died. My 82-year-old grandfather went to work one morning, came home, and had a heart attack and died. He spent his last day on this earth working. And just seeing that happen over and over again, I'm all for hard work. I'm a very, very hard, dedicated worker. But I'm not going to spend every day of my life anymore working. And of course, we all have to work. We've got to be able to provide for our families. But if you have to work, then let's make it work that we love doing. Let's make it work that we're excited to get up in the morning and do. And if we're not doing that, then let's go back to the chopping block and figure out what we can do. I help women all the time find their purpose, align with their passions, find what it is that sets their soul on fire, and then I help them figure out how to turn that into their job. Or not even just their job, their lifestyle, I should say. Because life's too short to spend it at work. All right, the next thing is try new things even if they don't work out. Sometimes we try things in life and we're just sure that they're going to be amazing. And then come to find out that they're a big giant flop. And that's okay. That is okay. It is okay to fail. It is okay to do things that don't work out. The important thing is that you tried something new. You did something that scared the shit out of you, but you did it. So go off, try that new thing. If it doesn't work, that is okay. Every new experience is an opportunity to grow and build your knowledge base. So this one kind of goes along with the last one. That thing that you tried that didn't work out also taught you some sort of lesson. So look for that. Look for the lessons in life. Look for the things that didn't work out and then look at what they taught you so that you can do it better next time. And the other thing we have to understand is sometimes our best just isn't going to be good enough, and that's okay. All right, number 8. Confidence is everything. So you can be saying anything that you want to say, anything in the world. And if you're saying it with confidence, that's going to grab people's attention. They're going to listen to that. So I know what you're going to say. You're going to be like, Jen, I'm not confident. I'm not, I don't feel confident all the time. And I get that. I do. But this goes along with one that we're going to talk about later on, which is fake it till you make it. A lot of people don't know because I've done a lot of public speaking in my life. I've done a lot of creating content and sharing information with the world that I don't feel confident most of the time. I feel anxious. I feel nervous in front of a screen or a camera. In public, like I took public speaking took a degree in college that required public speaking, and I ended up changing majors. Like public speaking is not my thing. But you fake it till you make it, and eventually you start to feel more confident. Now I can turn on the camera and I feel okay. You know, the nerves are still there a little bit. They're never gonna completely go away, or maybe they will. I don't know. But you just do it. You just turn on the camera. You just get up in front of that crowd. You just talk about whatever it is that makes you excited and share your experience and share your information with the world. And the people who want to hear it are gonna be there. All right, number 9. Number 9 is my favorite. Number 9 is eat the cake. You know, we all get so caught up in body image and fitness and health and all the things. And I'm here for that. I feel that um, those things are important, but at the same time, life is about experiences. Life is about being happy. Life is about enjoying the little things. So every now and then it's okay to just eat the cake. All right, number 10, even if you're scared, do it anyway. So that kind of goes along with the confidence one. Even if you're scared, just go ahead and do it, because the one thing you're going to regret is the thing you didn't do. We all have regrets in life. Sometimes we regret decisions we've made, but I tell you, most people's regrets are more the decisions that they didn't make, the things they didn't try, the things they didn't do. So just keep that in mind that even if you're nervous or scared, just go ahead and do it. Because you don't want a year from now to be going, man, I wish I had tried that. Man, I wish I had, taken that opportunity. I wish that I had talked to that person. So just work through the being scared, and I'm pretty sure you'll be excited about the results. Number 11, everyone has a reason to be here. Everyone has a life purpose. It is never too late to discover yours. So I was talking to this lady the other day. She was a little bit older, and I was talking about energy healing and the things that I do and about my business. And she looked at me and she goes, I'm too old for that. I'm past that part of my life. And I looked at her and I was like, so why? Why are you past that part of your life? Well, that's for young people, she says. And I was like, well, I'm going to stop you right there, because it's not. You're never too old to try something new. You're never too old to go backwards a little bit and align with what your life purpose is and go do that thing. And so through this conversation, she actually shared with me that the thing she always wanted to do as a child was be a writer. And I said, oh, that's awesome. How's that going? And she goes, oh, well, I haven't written in years at this point. And so I challenged her. I was like, so I challenge you to go home and write something today. Anything. It could be a sentence, it could be a poem, it could be anything. And so I'm excited to hear what happens with her, because I know that she has been exploring that some. And I'm excited to hear, how that's working out for her. Because she started off feeling like, oh, well, I don't have a space in my life or time in my life at this point to explore those things that I always wanted to do. But she's here. She's on this earth. She still has time. So it doesn't matter how old you are, you still have time to find your life's purpose and dive so deep into that you're full of passion and excitement every single day. All right, the next one is be in the picture One day it will be all your kids have left. So this lesson is something that my husband actually pointed out to me. A few years ago, I caught him taking pictures of me playing with the kids on the playground, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Don't take pictures of me. I look terrible." And he said to me, he's like, "I realized we don't have any pictures of you with the kids." He's like, "So I thought I would take some so that you would have some to for them to be able to see the time you spent with them." And that really meant a lot to me. And it's something he's always been very intentional over the last several years about doing. And I've actually grown to really cherish those pictures. I'm actually going to share with you guys one he took recently that really meant a lot to me. And so this was when we moved our daughter into her college dorm a couple of months ago. And it's just that final hug before we left and she was off on her own in the world. And I've looked at this picture several times since then, and I'm so happy he took it. We were just in the moment, and I'm just really going to cherish this one. So I just want to share that message with you guys of be in the moment, let those pictures be taken, because one day, especially coming from someone who has lost both their parents, one day those pictures are going to be all your kids have left. All right. So the next one is call your friends from high school. You have no idea how much they miss you too. Over the years, I've been able to reconnect with some friends from high school, and it's really cool to see what you remember about each other. These are the people who were with you during your most formative years, and they went through the good and the bad with you. And they do think about you sometimes, just like you think about them. So just pick up the phone, give them a call, look them up on social media. Everybody's got social media nowadays, so look them up on there if you don't have their phone number, and just reconnect with those people that you find yourself missing every now and then. All right. The next one is your house is a home, not a showroom. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is something that I do still struggle with. But it's another one of those life lessons that my husband taught me. He's a lot smarter than I give him credit for sometimes. But it really stood out to me when he said this. We had just moved the furniture around in our living room, and we were sitting there one night, and I'm looking around and I'm going, I really like the way we have this set up. And I was like, it's kind of weird though. Like, when people come in, I'm not sure what they're going to think about it. Because we had moved our like easy chairs in front of the TV and moved our couch against like a side wall. And it was just kind of an odd, not your normal setup, I guess you say. And so he was like, who cares? I was like, what do you mean? He goes, this is us. This is what works for us. This is what's comfortable. We're the ones who have to live here. Why do we care what anyone else thinks? And that really resonated with me. I've tried to keep that in mind because I've always been one of those people that when people come over to my house, I feel like it has to be perfect and everything has to be clean and organized. And oh my God, what if they open a cupboard and they see that something is out of place? I've always been that person. And so I've noticed over the last couple of years since he said that to me, I've become a little less anal about it. And I'm just allowing people to see my home as we live in it. That doesn't mean I don't clean up when people come over. Of course I do. But instead of making sure everything is perfect all the time, I just try to do the best I can with the amount of time I have and enjoy the people while they're there. All right, the next one I have is other people's opinions of you is none of your business. This is a lesson I've really had to learn the hard way. I've always been a people pleaser. I've always been the person who obsesses about what people think of me. And as I've gotten older, I've just noticed I just don't care anymore. Their opinion of me is none of my business. I don't need to know. Don't share it with me. I don't care anymore. I know who I am. I don't I don't care what they think. If they don't like me, good on them, mate. Like, I know the people who care about me, and those are the people that I want in my life. Number 17 is self love is not selfish, it is self preservation. This is something that I was thinking about a few weeks ago, and then I've actually heard it a couple of times since then. And the old saying, like, if you're on an airplane and the plane starts crashing and the oxygen masks come down, you're supposed to put your own on first, because if you're not caring for yourself, you're not going to be able to care for others. And that really is true. If we're not taking care of ourselves, if we're not doing some of that self love, then we're drowning. We're not able to help others at that point. We're useless to others. And so many people feel guilty and feel like they're being selfish if they take care of themselves first. And sometimes you just have to look at it as this is just self preservation. This is just me doing what I need to do to make myself where I can be available to others. All right, so the next one is don't be scared to talk to strangers. You never know what you will learn from them. We were told our whole lives, don't talk to strangers, don't talk to strangers. And while you definitely should not talk to the creepy stranger who is giving you the creepy vibes, it is so cool to get to know new people, get to hear about their experiences and learn about their lives, especially the older generation. I absolutely love talking to the older generation because their experiences in life are so much different than what we know. And we have so much to learn from them. And I just feel like the more we all share our experiences, the more we realize that we're not alone, first of all. And the more we realize that we have so much more to learn. So don't be scared to talk to strangers. You never know what you're going to learn from them. Number 18 is spend 20 minutes a day outside for your stupid little mental health. So this is something that my daughter actually forces me to do because I have a habit of wanting to just stay in my little hobbit hole of a home and not leave for weeks on end. Sometimes if I had it my way, that would be how I would operate. I would probably never leave my home. But not go out into the world and put myself out there. And so my daughter started saying to me, Mom, you have to go outside for your stupid little mental health. Mom, have you taken a walk today for your stupid little mental health? So I've just learned over time, we all need sunshine. We all need to go outside. And then my son's doctor actually told me that my son should be spending 20 minutes a day outside, no matter the weather, because first thing in the morning, he said 20 minutes outside first thing in the morning, no matter what the weather is, because that fresh air and that, I don't know what word I'm looking for. The fresh air and the being outside and that movement really can kind of shock your system and get you geared up and ready for the day, if that makes sense. So spend 20 minutes outside for your stupid little mental health. Then number 19 is say yes when asked to experience something new. most of the time you will regret it if you don't. So we talked about that a little bit already. It's just life is about experiences. Try the new things. Try the new food. You may like it or you may not, but you don't know until you try, right? Try that thing that makes you so scared, but once you do it, you're going to feel so good about yourself. So incredibly good. So just get out there and do it. Right. Number 20, manifestation works. We are the sum of our words. So, what that means is when you look at brain science, I'm going to tuck under here for a minute. This is one of those things I nerd out on. But when you look at brain science, we can literally see that the words that we use have power. And every time we say something positive, we get a healthy neuron, a healthy connector that is built. When we say something negative, that connector that is built, that connection in your brain is not as healthy. And if we look at that from the lens of manifestation, when you speak into existence what you want to happen, you are reminding yourself and you are reminding the universe and you are reminding your brain that this is a good thing for you and you want it to happen. You're building those healthy connections. So that is the power of manifestation. When we put it out there, what we want to happen, then those things will happen because you've set an intention and you've decided that it will happen, and all those healthy connectors were made in your brain. So now you're going to do the actions that move you towards that thing. Go in with the plan, but leave room for change. Something I've not always been so great at, but I've learned over the years that it's just, we're so much happier when we do it. I cannot tell you how many years I spent freaking out if things didn't go according to plan. But you know what? They always worked out. It might not have been perfect, but it worked out. So this is a mantra that I've learned to say to myself over the years is go in with a plan, but leave room for change. And along that lines is something that my best friend Wendy taught me, which is done is better than perfect. Now, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. I hate that phrase. I hate it so much. I am very type A. I am very OCD. Things have to go a certain way, And I shouldn't even say OCD because honestly, that's not true OCD. And OCD is a very debilitating condition. So I don't even scratch that. Let's rewind. So I'm very specific about the way that I like things to go. And that is just honestly built from trauma in my past that has made me feel like if things aren't exactly perfect, then chaos is going to ensue and everything's going to go awful all the time. But I've learned through meeting my best friend, through, experiences that we've had together, and just experiences in life over the last, we'll say, 10 years, that sometimes done is better than perfect. Having the task done is so much better than having it be a perfect little thing. This video is a great example. So I'm sitting in just like a chair in my office in one little corner. And the reason that I am filming this video right now from here is because the rest of my office is insane. Everything behind you guys is a mess. But I needed to get this video done. And if I had taken the time to clean my office and have it perfect the way I wanted it to be for this video, then I wouldn't be able to get this video done on time. So I made do with what I had. I was like, okay, we're going to stick a chair in this corner. This corner looks nice. We're just going to go with it. Done is better than perfect. And sometimes done can just be done. That means that if you don't get to the goal that you were trying to get to, you still did enough. You still made forward motion. And it doesn't matter if it was perfect, you still made forward motion. All right. Number 23, never ever stop growing, learning, and transitioning. This is something that I am so passionate about. If we stop transitioning, if we stop growing, if we stop learning, we stop living. Life is about growing and learning and transitioning and striving towards better. You guys hear me all the time on here talk about the path to better. And that your path to better is not going to be the same as someone else's path to better. But you're still trying to grow, you're still trying to learn, and you're still trying to transition. And there's nothing wrong with that. The second you stop doing those things, you're no longer living. You're a shell. So always remember and always give yourself grace that if you're still learning, if you're still in that transition phase, you know what, that's okay. That's where you're supposed to be because you're still moving towards better. All right, number 24. This one is one of my favorites. Size is just a number, and each company has a different one. So years and years ago, I had a friend who told me that she would only buy clothes that she absolutely loved. She loved the way they fit her. She loved what they looked like. She loved everything about them. And I, at the time, because I'm a bigger girl, I've always been a bigger girl, I, at the time, was buying clothes that I really didn't love wearing because they were what fit me, you know. Of course, as a bigger person, now companies are getting better nowadays, but back in the day, anything that was over like a size 12, 10, you looked like a grandma, you know. It was very unflattering. It was very, the style was just not good. Let's put it like that. And so I was just wearing clothes just because honestly they were what fit my body. Now I try to remember that I buy clothes I love. And if I don't absolutely love the way I feel in them, absolutely love the way they look on me, then I don't buy them. And if I do end up purchasing something that doesn't, you know, I get it home and I'm like, no, this really isn't me, I allow myself to go ahead and get rid of that. And one piece of that was realizing the difference in sizes by company. Because, like, this sweater that I'm wearing, I think is a 1X, where the shirt I'm wearing is a 3X. You know, that's a big gap. But they both fit me nicely, and I feel like, I feel confident in them. So knowing that size is just a number, and guess what? No one else knows the size on that tag but you. You're the only person that knows that the shirt you're wearing is a 3X. You're the only person that knows that the pants you're wearing are 24. I don't know, I'm just throwing stuff out here. But no one else knows that. So that's between you and whatever company decide to put that number on there. And I guarantee you those size 24 pants from a different manufacturer are going to be like a size, 16. So come on, it doesn't matter. It really, really does not matter what size your clothes are. It matters how you feel in them. For 25, when you find your person, never ever let them go. I was really lucky. I found my person in high school. My husband and I are high school sweethearts. We've been together since we were 16 years old. But I know that's not everyone's story. And sometimes we go through a few people before we find our person. And that's fine too. Whatever your story or your path is to finding the person that you're supposed to spend your life with, when you find them, don't ever let them go. Put in the work, put in the time, put in the effort, because that person, when it's truly your soulmate, you don't want to just give them up because of a few disagreements, things that could have been worked out. All right, we're almost done here. If you guys have um, stuck around this long, thank you so much, because this is turning out to be a very long video. But I mean, 38 is a lot of years. All right, number 26. Gratitude is everything. Show it whenever you can. I'm just going to kind of go through some of these. Number 27. Practice kindness. You never know what someone is going through. I will never forget. Sorry, I didn't realize this was the next one here. I will never forget sitting at home and getting the call that my dad had had a stroke. We were making kebabs for the 4th of July, and I had just said to my husband, I forgot to get an onion. We're going to have to run to the store and grab onion. And moments later, I got the call, found out my dad had had a stroke, found out that he was in critical care and they weren't expecting that he was going to make it. And my entire world stopped, honestly. I remember getting off the phone and telling my husband what had happened, and he asked if I was okay, and I told him I had to go buy an onion. And he's like, what? Like, don't even worry about that right now. I'm like, no, I have to. I have to go get an onion. We need an onion. Like, I was in shock. Well, I got in my car. I was apparently gone like 2 hours getting this onion. But I remember sitting in my car outside of the grocery store trying to will myself to go in and buy this onion. And trying to push every thought, everything out of my mind and just do the task at hand. Just walk in that store and buy an onion. And I remember checking out and trying to pretend that everything was okay. Trying to pretend that my entire world wasn't just falling apart around me. And I remember talking to the cashier and her being really kind and polite to me, not knowing that, my entire life had just fallen apart. Not knowing that my favorite person in the entire world was sitting in a hospital bed dying. All she knew was I was checking out an onion. I remember her asking like what my family was doing to celebrate the 4th, and I pushed out the words as best I could and said that we were making kebabs and we were going to grill out. She had no idea what I was going through, but she was kind to me. And so that is something that I try to do in my life now, is practice kindness whenever I can and understand that I'm never going to know all the time what another person's going through, and they could be going through the worst day of their life, and me being kind to them could just be the thing that's helping get them through that moment. So practice kindness wherever you can, because you have no idea if someone's just trying to go in a store and buy an onion. All right. The next one is be honest when you're wrong is the only way to repair the relationship. None of us love to admit when we're wrong, but sometimes we have to. And when we run into conflict with someone else, being the bigger person and being the one to say, you know what, I screwed this up, I'm sorry, goes a really long way in repairing your relationship with that other person. All right, we're in the 30s. We're in the home stretch. Right. You're never going to be able to make some people happy. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay because that says way more about that person than that says about you. So just know that sometimes it's okay to disagree with others and to agree to disagree. And just know you're never going to make them happy. They're miserable in their own life for whatever reason, and that is not your problem. 31, you're going to have mishaps, change direction, and keep on moving. So mishaps happen in life. Sometimes we make poor decisions. Sometimes we do the wrong thing. It's okay. Just change the direction and keep going in the new way. So keep going in the way that you feel you're being called to go in. Everyone does that, just so you guys know. Everyone has mishaps and changes direction. You're not the only one, and you're not alone when it happens. Number 32, create. We were born as creative beings. Everything we have in the world is because someone saw it in themselves to create. So, being creative is how we leave our mark on the world. It's how we leave a legacy when we're no longer here. Every single thing that you have in front of you is there because someone created it. This plant is here because someone decided to plant a seed. This lamp is here because someone manufactured it. Okay? Someone came up with the idea to manufacture this lamp. These boxes back here are here because someone came up with the idea of if we put cardboard together in this way, then it will create a receptacle that we can put stuff in. Literally everything we have on earth is because someone saw fit to create it. Or the universe saw fit to create it for us. But it is how we leave our legacy for the next generation. So create whatever it is that you enjoy making, just create it. Be creative. All right, we're on the last page, you guys. All right, number 33 is my favorite quote of all time. It's by Dolly Parton, and it is find out who you are and do it on purpose. So many people struggle with their identity. They struggle with, who they are, what they want to do, all those things. So this lesson is about intentionally trying to find out who you are. Spend that time journaling, spend that time in self-reflection to figure out what it is you want in life, what type of person you want to be, what is the image that you want to give to the world, what is the legacy you want to leave on the world. All of these things are part of who you are. So this is challenging you to find out who that person is and do it on purpose. Love Dolly. Number 34, we talked about this a little bit earlier. We're all faking it till we make it. None of us know what we're doing. We're all just kind of making it up as we go along. We're all doing the best that we can to be the best version of ourselves that we can be. And, you just have to give grace to everyone because we're all just kind of faking it till we make it. Number 35, figure out what is most important to you and do that. So, life is really, really short. On average, we get about 80 years. That's 80 chances to get it right. That may seem like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it's really not. So figure out what makes you the most happy in life and just do that, because you don't know if tomorrow is guaranteed. You don't know if the next 10 minutes is guaranteed. So just do the things that bring you joy, light your soul on fire, and make you happy. And if other people have an opinion on it, just tell them, where to stick it. um, Number 36, things won't always be this way. Life is ever changing. The good times fade, and the bad times don't last forever. Just know that if you're going through the struggle right now, that it's not always going to be this way. And if you're not in the struggle right now, cherish those moments, because in a moment they can change. All right, number 37, you are enough. I end every video with saying the same 3 things. You are enough, you are worthy, and you are so very loved. And I do that because we don't hear those words enough. We don't hear how valuable we are enough. So one of the biggest lessons I've learned over the last year is my worth. And my goal now is to make sure that you know your worth. That you know how deeply you are loved and how incredibly amazing you really are. All right, last one. We finally got to the end here. I think we're at like a lot of minutes right now. But thank you guys for sticking this out with me. We're finally at the last one. So number 38 is I still have so much to learn. We're not done yet. I'm looking forward to another 38 years of lessons and sharing that knowledge and that wisdom with you guys along the way. So thank you so very much for hanging out with me today and sticking this out, spending my birthday with me. Here's to 38. Here's to another 38 years. Here's to laugh lines and gray hair and saggy boobs and all the things. And just embracing life for what it is, remembering that life's short, and remembering that we're all in this together and we're all just going to do the best we can. All right, guys, I am going to end this video here because, like I said, it's been a very long one. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Always remember that you are enough, you are worthy, and you are so very loved. Bye, guys.